guys, there's so many people out there. And you think I'm gonna worry about one? Maybe. Also, maybe find someone else to crush over. Wait, I need my energy drink. We have my Alani Nu, not sponsored. I feel like a real podcast. You know how they have the drinks on the side? But like, I paid for this myself, so. But we have my Alani Nu. So we're gonna crack this open. Got my energy drink, got my mic, got my phone. You know what that means? It's tea time. Get you guys some great ASMR. Do you guys hear that? That's the sound of me killing my brain cells. Yay! Yum, this tastes like a Slurpee. I need Alani to make these without caffeine, so I'm not giving myself a heart attack every time I drink these. But it's just so good. I guess we'll start. So hey Scouts, welcome back to my channel. So today, by the title, we are doing a big sis Q&A thing. I love doing these like podcast style videos. I think they're so fun. Also, I'm like, these are therapy sessions for me because clearly I need it. But I asked you guys on my Instagram, if you don't follow me, it is Brooke Alicia, to ask me some questions. So we're doing a big sis Q&A video. I'm the youngest out of all my siblings. So for me, I'm like, I actually do feel like you guys is like big sister at times because you guys always ask me questions and I love you guys. So I have them here on my phone if I can find them. We have it all here. So we're going to go through these and yeah, kind of gossip, give you guys some tea, answer questions, some story times, the things we do on podcasts. I don't know. So we're going to see kind of what happens. I'm in my comfy little sweatpants. We're going to just chill, hang out, and yeah, so let's get into the questions. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm always wearing a hat also. I swear it's not because I'm trying to hide my face. It's because I have a huge pimple on my forehead right now, and it's just not the vibe. Okay, I guess we'll start off with the first one, which is how to deal with social anxiety. I struggled with social anxiety, and I still do, guys, to this day. But now I'm so much better with it now. Like, I feel like as you get older, it really just becomes this thing where it's like, whatever, like, it is what it is. But I really struggled with, talking to people and getting to know new people. I just, I was always a shy kid, and I think that had to do with, being bullied also, and not really having much friends growing up and in school. But, yeah, I think the best way to deal with social anxiety is honestly just pushing yourself to get out there, because I struggled so much with it, and honestly, I was really bad. I just didn't know how to have conversations with people, and the best way to just do it is just force yourself to. That's the best way. Luckily, I had my best friend, and she's such a social butterfly, but she would be like, come out, and I would be like, okay, I have to go out. She's inviting me. I can't just stay in all the time and be this hermit and not talk to people. It's also not good to not have social interactions. It's just not good. Well, for me anyways. But so I kind of forced myself to just go out, and then I actually realized that I enjoy talking to people. Don't get me wrong, I'm very introverted, but I'm an extroverted introvert. I have my moments where I'm okay, my social battery is dead, but I actually love talking to people. I love meeting new people, which I never thought that I would be that type of person. Guys, when I tell you I had crippling social anxiety, it would be so bad I would get panic attacks when I would go out. So yeah, the best way to deal with it is literally push yourself. And also, everyone is judging themselves. I feel that's the biggest thing with social anxiety. It's oh my God, you're worried about what people are going to think of you, how they're perceiving you. And you're just worried about everything in your mind, what to say next. And honestly, who cares? Just who cares? Everyone is weird in their own way, and if people are judging you for being yourself, that's on them. That's their insecurity. And I come to realize that it's just who cares? I really stopped caring what people think about me. Life moves on. Life's too short to honestly care about other people and what their opinion of you is, because at the end of the day, it's you, and you're your worst harsh critic, and you're in your head all the time. So yeah, just push yourself, get out there, talk to new people. And honestly, the more people you talk to, the more people you meet, it makes you realize oh my God, why was I so scared to talk to people? It's actually fun getting to know people. Everyone has their own story. So I feel I don't get me wrong, I still have social anxiety. I get nervous talking to people. Big groups are no bueno for me. Like, I just get really bad anxiety in big groups. I think that's PTSD for sure from middle school. But yeah, just push yourself out there. And honestly, like, it's so nice to meet new people and it's so fun. And just like, yeah. So that's how I deal with my social anxiety. I just push myself. You have to make yourself uncomfortable in order to be comfortable. I always say that. And it's so true. How to get over a boy you didn't even date. P.S. I love you and your video so much. Oh my God, I love you. Oh my God. Girl, let me know. No, I'm just kidding. I feel like time really just like, it really does help. But at the end, I feel like the thing is when I don't even know what to say. Me, I'm like, I still struggle with this now. But I feel like the thing is you create an image and like a version of people in your head. Well, I do this. I don't know if everyone else does this. But you just create an image in your head of like how you want them to be. And like how you think they are, but in reality, like that's not how they are. For me, how I just like, I see them for who they are. Like, I feel like the rose colored glasses come off and I'm like, oh, you're actually not all that. Also, people's true colors really show at the end of the day. So for me, it's just like, yeah, but don't get me wrong, guys. I do crash out. Like, if I like someone and you know, it's just one of those situations where it's like you can't really do anything. It's also out of your control. So, and you just got to remind yourself that you are that bitch and like they are just a man at the end of the day. Not even. They're a boy, okay? It's not that serious. And also, there's so many people, like, who cares? Like, honestly, yeah, see, I say this, but then it takes me like over a year to get over someone I didn't date. Yeah, I'm not the best person to take advice from because I create scenarios in my head. So, yeah. But honestly, no, just kind of focus on yourself. Do things that you enjoy and try to distract yourself from this. Also, maybe find someone else to crush over. Okay, the next one is tips to get over insecurities. Oh my God, guys, I feel like you're always going to have insecurities no matter how old you are. I'm 25, turning 26. And I still deal with insecurities. But again, the biggest thing is to kind of like overcome them and also realize that everyone has them and everyone's judging themselves. Like, we all have these things that we're dealing with that no one knows about. And that's like, for me, it's just like, obviously you have better days than others, but everyone has insecurities. Like, I still deal with it. I struggle with my weight, my looks, the way even though I say I don't care what people think, in a way you still always do. But it's just kind of like focusing on yourself, working on yourself, doing things that you enjoy. Also, like, you're the main character in your life and you have to remember that. That's like, this is your life. You can't really worry about about what people are thinking. Because I feel like insecurities are like, for me anyways, my insecurities are like how people are seeing me and then how I see myself and like worrying that they're gonna see me in the same way that I see myself, which is a way I don't like myself. I don't know if that makes any sense at all, but for me, like, my biggest insecurity is like my weight, and for me to overcome that, I had to realize that I was actually like making like bad habits and unhealthy choices in my life, and that was like binge eating and like not eating, and then just like I struggled with like a lot of eating like issues in high school and still now to this day. And so I had to like realize, okay, like this is unhealthy for me and it's not good for me. And like I want to be a better version for myself, but also for the people around me. So for me, it was like I need to be healthy for myself and to feel good about myself. And because I want to be the best version of myself. So like I started going to like the gym and stuff, not because I wanted to lose weight, but because I wanted to be healthy and because I wasn't happy with the way I looked. And that's okay. I feel like people make it a big thing to like be like, you should love yourself the way you are and like you don't need to change. But like, it's okay if you want to change. It's okay if you want to. And as long as you're doing it in a healthy way, I don't think there's any problem with that. Society has made it such a huge thing to be like, you're not like allowed to, like, if you want to like lose weight or if you want to gain weight, there's no issue if it makes you happy and you're doing it in a healthy way. I don't think that there's an issue with it. But again, society has made it such a huge issue that it's like, oh, if I want to lose weight, oh, well, like, Like, no, it's not. Like, it's like I want to do it because I want to feel confident in my body. I want to feel happy. I want to feel healthy. And like, I've noticed such a huge improvement in like my life and the way I move and the way I am and the way I feel. And like, honestly, it has helped so much with my confidence and like how I see myself. And I'm putting in the effort. It's one of those things that's just like, it makes me feel good that I'm putting this energy and time into myself and I'm seeing the results that I want. To deal with my insecurities, it's honestly just to face them head on, and also to realize like I'm not going to be doing these things for anyone else. Like, you have to do it for yourself and not because of how you want people to see you. Like, does that make sense? I don't know. Again, insecurities have to do with like your inner, like how you see yourself, but also in a way how you think people see you. And who cares what people think? How do I survive the 20s slump? Oh my God. Let me know if you find out. No, guys, like I said, I'm 25 right now. And I feel like, guys, as soon as I turned like 21, okay, maybe, yeah, maybe when I was 22, I felt it so much. I was like, oh, no, actually, no. I would say in the past, like, maybe 22, 23, I felt it so much. I was like, oh my God, what am I doing with my life? I feel like I'm so behind. And I feel like that now. I'm 25, turning 26. I've never been in a relationship. But also this has to do with like comparison with everyone else and online, like your friends, like your family, whatever. I just like see everyone and I'm like, am I behind in life? What am I doing? But honestly, guys, I feel like this is the worst time to be in your 20s. We are struggling out here. Everyone in their 20s right now is struggling. But I don't know if this is just like, I feel like it's worse now, don't get me wrong. But I feel like your 20s is just kind of you figuring your shit out, because it's like, okay, when you're like in your teens and stuff, you have like this schedule, you're in high school, you have college, this, that, whatever. And then in your 20s, you're like, oh, this is the real world. Like, oh shit, I have to have my shit together. But no one has their shit together, guys. People in their 40s don't even have their shit together. Like, honestly, when I used to see, like, do you guys remember, like, when you're, like, younger and you used to, like, see your parents, like, crash out? And you're like, what the hell? Why are they crashing out? I understand now. I'm like, okay, I understand why you're crashing out, because I'm crashing out now. I don't have children. I don't have as much responsibilities as my parents did, and I'm crashing out. But yeah, honestly, the biggest thing with your 20s is like comparison. You see, so especially now because of like social media, you see so many people's lives and you're like, should I be doing that? They're doing it, so I should be doing it. Well, what, like, I'm still living at home. Like, I feel like I should be buying a house now. And like, but like, honestly, everyone has their own timeline. And I feel like, again, your 20s are just for figuring your shit out. Like, I don't know, guys, I also don't feel like I'm 25, about to be 26 this year. I still feel 21. And I'm like, is that a good or bad thing? I don't know. I feel like it's a mixture of both. I'm like, maybe I should be, you know, doing more with my life. But also, like, again, this is like my timeline and it's okay. At least I'm telling myself that. You just have to keep telling yourself, like, everyone, like, everything is going to fall into place when it's supposed to. And to try not compare yourself. I know it's so hard, but try not to compare yourself and where you're at in life with other people's, because everyone, like, you're not doing the same career as everyone else. You're not living the same life as everyone. So you can't compare yourself to all these other people because they did not go through what you went through. You did not go through what they went through. And like, everyone is just doing their own thing. So the 20 slump is crazy. I don't think I will ever get out of it until I'm 30, and then it'll turn into the 30 slump. No, hopefully not. Hopefully by then I'll actually be like, you know, content. What's the best advice you have for high schoolers? Honestly, enjoy it while you can and go to as much events as you can. I feel like I had like an okay high school experience. Like 12th grade was really good, but like 10th and, well, in Canada, it's, well, where I'm from, I don't know if this, maybe it's different, but where I'm from, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade is high school, but I know in the States, it's like from 9th grade, like freshman. Here it starts sophomore year. Yeah, I would say, like, really enjoy it. It goes by so fast, you don't realize it. And then when you graduate, guys, it's like, oh my God, like, what, and also, like, from 18 to now, like, I'm from 18 to 25, the 7 years went by so fast, you guys. Like, when I say it went in a blink of an eye, it literally did. I did not believe my parents and like people when they said like time goes by so fast, like enjoy it while you can. I wish I did, because guys, it does go by so fast. And then you're like, I'm in my mid-20s. What am I doing with my life? I still feel like I'm 18, but like I'm not. I'm 25, but I still like what? It's just a very confusing time. But yeah, I just wish I took more advantage of being a kid and enjoying my teens and like hanging out with my friends, but also like paying attention in school. But yeah, really enjoy your teens and high school and make friends, and like don't judge people, and like everyone's going through their own shit. And high school is such a weird thing because it really does shape you into the person that you become when you're older. And I realize that now as I've gotten like more like older, obviously. Like guys, it's gonna be oh my god, it's gonna be 8 years since I graduated high school, which oh my god, we're not gonna talk about that. But it's just crazy to me that I don't know, it's just like such a crazy time to look back on. But I wish I took more of like the time to like enjoy school and like actually get to know more people and go to events and stuff. Don't get me wrong, also we did not have that much stuff where I'm from. Like I'm from Calgary. It's like if you're from here, you kind of know like it's not really the vibe. But I wish I did like take it in more and like actually put myself more out there, because I don't know. I was so shy, and I just wish I was more outgoing in high school. And obviously you can't force it, but now I'm so social now, and I wish I was like that then. Like if I had the mindset I have now in high school, oh my god, I would have had such a better, I think, high school experience. But the thing is with high school, it's so cliquey. I don't know if it's still like that now, but it was when I was in high school, and it's just like yeah. But yeah, just really enjoy it and enjoy being carefree. I know it feels like the weight is on your shoulders when you're in high school, but it's really not, because when you get older, you're like, that was so easy compared to now. How to deal with rejection. This is so funny because this actually recently happened to me, and rejection is not for the weak, but also I feel like it builds character. I like, here's my character development. How to deal with it, honestly, literally, it's life's too short and who cares. Also, the saying that rejection is redirection is so true. That's what I'm telling myself, because otherwise I will crash out. Don't get me wrong, I still did crash out when I got rejected, but it wasn't like a straight out rejection. Should I tell you guys the story? Okay, whatever. Honestly, who cares? So, I've been talking about this for a while, but there was Gym Crush, and I'm so sad because he was just so good looking. Oh my god. I will forever wonder the what if. But okay, so anyways, this is so funny. I just laugh about it now because I really want to cry. No, I'm kidding. I still crash out. This is also fresh. This happened like a month ago. But basically, so I was like, when you guys, I don't even know what I'm saying. When you just like catch eye contact a few times with someone and you're like, okay, they're interested. Anyways, so I finally got the hint that he was like kind of interested in me. Anyways, I'm not gonna tell you guys how I found out, but I did find out that okay, he was kind of interested in me, whatever. So I ended up going up to him because, guys, I don't even know how to say this. It's so embarrassing. Anyways, so I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go up to this guy. What's the worst that can happen? He says he has a girlfriend, he rejects me, whatever. So I went up to him. Also, I'm such a nervous person. I said this in my last video as well, but I went up to him and I was just like, hi, I'm so sorry, I just want to say hi. And he was like, wait, what? Also, this was at the gym. So he was like, oh, hi, sorry, nice to, what's your name, blah, blah, blah. He also wiped his hand. He was like this. So I'm like, oh, are you nervous? But he was like, oh, what's your name, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, we kind of were talking for a couple minutes. And then he was like, oh, well, do you like coffee? And I was like, yeah, we can get coffee. I didn't even say I was like, yeah, we can get coffee. And then he was like, well, do you like tacos? Do you drink? And I was like, yeah, I'm super easy. Also, guys, I'm acting nonchalant right now, but I was so nervous when we were talking. I was like, yeah, I was just a shaky nervous. Anyways, he ended up being like, okay, take down my number. So he asked me for I feel like he asked me for my number, whatever. We exchanged contact information. I was like, okay, I'll text you. And so you have my number. So I text him right there and then. Also, I typed in his number wrong because I was so nervous. And he's like, no, you're typing it in wrong. Okay, whatever. So I text him. I'm like, here's my number. There you go. I don't get a response. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what? Okay, it's fine. At this point, I'm like, okay, it's not a big deal. Like, it is what it is. I see him the next day. Okay. I'm kind of doing my own thing. I also didn't want to be like the girl that's like, oh, like, I'm going to go up to him again. Like, I also was like, whatever. Like, he's with his friend. Like, I'm not going to bother him. I just don't like bothering people. Like, that was already scary. So I just left it. He didn't come up to me or say hi. I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. Like, huh? Okay. So that day, I, like, start crashing out because I'm like, he didn't say hi to me at the gym. Like, what? Like, but also, like, I didn't say hi. But it was more like, I didn't want, like, I'm like, okay, well, I want to attend, like, the day before, and it was just like, I was like, I don't know. So anyways, I started crashing out. I saw my friend that day, and he ended up taking my phone and texting this guy being like, so when are we gonna go get coffee? And I was like, oh my god, why would you text that? Anyways, he texts back like a few hours later. I didn't see it until the next morning, and he was like, no, like, it has to be like tequila and tacos. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, all right. Anyways, so I responded to it. And I didn't hear anything back to him, like, from him. So he ghosted me, and I still had to see him at the gym, and I was seeing him every single day after this, and nothing. We wouldn't say hi to each other, nothing. And so he ended up ghosting me, and I still had to see him at the gym, which is so awkward. So I took that as rejection, which it is rejection. The man ghosted me, but but now I have to see him occasionally, and I saw him last weekend, and he was by himself. Also, it was a random Saturday at like 4 p.m. at night. Like, it was so late. Like, I never go at that time. And of course, I would see him, and he's staring at me, guys. And I'm like, you ghosted me. Why are you staring at me? But that was my most recent rejection, I would say, because now I have to see this man, and I don't, if he was not interested, why would you ask me for coffee and go for food and drinks? It's just like, it doesn't make sense to me. But also, guys are so confusing, so I don't know. Like, of course I would have to see that. When they say going up to your gym crush or like it ruins it, it really does. Like, I should have just kept it in my head. But yeah, I did crash out for a little while there. I still occasionally crash out over it because I still have to see him. But how I deal with it is, honestly, who cares? I don't know if it's because I've gotten older. I just, like, if I was younger, this would have sent me into a huge spiral. I probably would have cried every single day. I did cry, though, but we're not going to talk about that. I only gave myself, like, one time to cry over this. But yeah, I did crash out for a little bit, but honestly, like, at the end of the day, like, who cares? Like, it is what it is. It's not a big deal. Like, sometimes you just aren't someone's type, or like, sometimes you just, also, he was so flirty, so I'm so confused. I still am confused. I even told, like, my brother about this, his friends about it, like, because I was like, I need a guy's perspective. Like, what is going on? They were like, that is so weird. Like, they were like, why would he ask you to go for coffee, go for drinks, go for food, and then ghost you? Like, that makes no sense. And I said, that's what I'm saying. And I'm like, okay, well, at least they're confused and they're men, and I'm confused. And I'm like, I was very confused. But honestly, like, who cares? Like, it is what it is. For me, it's just like, also, there's so many people in the world. Life moves on, guys. Like, getting rejected, like, it is what it is. What, like, honestly, who cares? Also, I feel like it also made me feel like better about myself. Not getting rejected, don't get me wrong, but like going up to the guy, I was like, oh my god, wait, I can do this. Like, I can go up to a guy. Will I ever be going up to a guy again? No. But I was able to do it. I was so scared to do it, and I was like, oh my god, like what, like, but who cares? Like, whatever. Also, I know it's not my loss, it's his loss. Like, is he good looking? Yes, but no one is ever that good looking to treat you like that. I know that I'm a good person, and I know I'm a catch. Also, like, I'm one of a kind, so like, really, it's his loss. It's not my loss at all. But yeah, I don't know, I just don't care. Also, like, I'm not gonna ruin my peace by overthinking about this, because you really do that. Like, you overthink things, and then you start to like criticize yourself, and it's just like, who cares? Like, Again, not everyone's gonna like you, and that's okay. But again, he didn't even give me a chance. I'm like, I'm like, what? But I just, see, I'm not even thinking it's me. I'm thinking, like, what is wrong with you? Because I know I'm like, I know I'm great. I don't know if it's because, like, I'm secure in myself now that I just, like, don't care. Also, I know what I bring to the table, so I just, like, I'm like, oh, whatever, it's your loss. You didn't even give me a chance. Guys, there's so many people out there. There is 8 billion people out there, and you think I'm gonna worry about one? Maybe, but... And also, just because things could have been different, it doesn't mean they'd be better. And I think that's such a good saying because, like, it could turn out a completely different way, but it also could have, like, ruined me, or it could have, like, it just, I don't know. I feel like there's no point in overthinking things because things can, like, the way things are meant to play out, I just think that's, like, God's timing and, like, what the universe wants to happen. So I just, like, also, like I said, it builds me up a little bit. I'm like, okay, all right. It does humble me. Guys, I also never go up to a guy. So this was very humbling for me. And I think that's why I crashed out, because I was like, oh, I'm never doing this again. Like the one time I'm like, I built my confidence to go up to a guy and he ghosted me. At least, you know what? I always say this. At least I can pull them. Just because I can't keep them doesn't mean I can't pull them. Because I still got his number at the end of the day. So, yeah. That's what just, I don't know. Also, it's so fun. I'm like, going up to, like, just, guys, it's not for the plot. I actually crash out and I get my feelings hurt. But it does build me up a little bit because I'm like, okay, life is never that serious. Okay, so the next one is adulting as hard as it looks because I'm 18 and I don't think I'm ready for all that. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Yes, I constantly feel like I don't know what I'm doing. Guys, I thought life was so hard at 18. I was like, I'm 18. This is adulthood. No. I'm still not in full adulthood. I still live at home, guys. And I'm constantly crashing out because I'm like, what is going on with my life? What am I doing? And again, we just compare our lives. But adulting is hard. Like, no one teaches you that this is, like, no one knows what they're doing. We all are just living our own lives, trying to figure it out as the day goes by. And honestly, that gives me comfort knowing that everyone else is as confused as I am, because I feel like, we're all living life for the first time. Like, no one really knows how to live it and how to deal with all these things that we're going through. So, okay, so the next one is, I don't feel comfortable going to the gym on my own. What can I do? Love you. I love you. Oh my God, guys, gym anxiety is so real. I still have it, and I've been going to the gym, like, consistently for a while now. But the way I started off going to the gym was I actually went with my dad first, and recently, like in the past year, I was going with my best friend, which is so nice. It's so nice when you have people, like, to go with, to support you. I know not everyone has that, but also, if you're going on your own, guys, the first time I went on my own, oh my God, I was so anxious. I literally was having an anxiety attack. But also, you have to remember, like, everyone starts somewhere. Everyone has a day one. And no one walks into the gym with a six-pack, you guys, with all these muscles. Everyone starts somewhere. And trust me, no one is judging you for going to the gym and working on yourself. And if they are, they have their own issues. You just have to, like, think in your head, like, I'm doing this for myself, no one else. I want to be confident in my body. That's how I see it. I'm like, I'm doing this for myself. I'm like, and I just put on my music, and then I'm like, I'm the main character. Like, I literally don't care. Like, I just put on my fit. Also, I'm like, look cute, feel cute, work out better. Like, I put on my cute fit, and when I say cute fit, I say my Adam Sandler outfit, because I love myself a good baggy outfit. Don't get me wrong, I will wear some leggings and some, like, cute ass outfits to fine, but I love myself a good oversized fit. I just think it's so comfy, and it's my vibe. The next one is, I want to know how to stop being attached to people. Oh my God, I struggled with this so much. For me, it was, I had to go through something where I had to lose the person closest to me, and I had to kind of overcome where I had to detach myself from people and realize that, like, people can change, and that's fine and it's okay, but also you can't, like, depend on someone for your happiness and, like, for them to always be in your life, because that's not realistic. Like, people come and go in your lives, no matter if they're family or not, or friends. Like, you kind of learn to just kind of like be on your own. Also, I've always kind of been a very on my own type of person. Like, I don't know if it's like this is like younger sibling core, but you kind of like grow up on your own and you end up kind of like being on your own a lot because like all your siblings are older and like no, they kind of don't want anything to do with their little sibling. Like that's just kind of like a known thing. But yeah, I realized that being attached to people isn't a good thing. Like again, even like in a relationship, you can't depend your happiness on a person or on a thing or on an object or something. You have to like find happiness within yourself, and then I think once you do, life just becomes not easier, but like it does, you look at life in a different type of way, and I think that's a good thing. Yeah, I think once you spend time on your own, you realize like how much of your own like space and time you enjoy. Okay, the next question is how to stop worrying about things we can't control. You said it yourself. How are you going to worry about something that you cannot control? It's nothing you can do about it. It's out of your actions. There's nothing that you could possibly do to fix it, and it, like you said it yourself, it's out of your control. So why are you going to worry about it? And that's how I see things. It's like I'm just going to let it happen, and the way it's supposed to fall into place. I always say like things happen for a reason, and it really is true because I look back and I'm like, that needed to happen in order for me to grow or for me to become the person that I am today. And when it's happening to you, you do not see it that way at all. But later down the road, you're like, okay, I see why that happened. And did it feel like shit in the moment? Absolutely. But I became the person that I am today of it. And it really, all these things that you go through in your life, it just shapes you to the person that you are now. And sometimes that is positive and sometimes it's negative. But we just got to take life kind of like how it's thrown at you. And also you have to think like, is it the end or is it the beginning of something new? Because everything always happens for a reason, and we won't know until like you never know in the moment why. And then you're like, okay, I see why. You said it yourself. If you can't control it, why are you going to worry about it? I'm not going to stress myself and honestly ruin my peace over something that is literally out of my control. The only thing we can control is the way we react to it. So that's just what I think. All right, and the last one we have here is how do I get myself to feel more confident? Honestly, I feel like, again, this is something you constantly struggle with no matter what age you are. But I think the things that make me feel more confident is being around people that make me happy and also doing things that make me feel good about myself, whether that's going to the gym, reading. Honestly, I feel like when I found new hobbies, I felt more confident because I started to find I started to find like who I was as a person. And I feel like once you become secure within yourself, and also when you stop caring about what people think, it helps so much with your confidence. Like I could be in a room full of people that do not like me and I could not give two shits. Like guys, I was I was at a event last weekend and there was a group of people that I know do not like me. But I did not care. Like, I was not there for them. And I feel like once you become just, like, secure within yourself and you just don't care what people think, it makes you, like, honestly feel so confident within yourself. Also, doing things, again, that make you happy, like, and surround yourself with good people really does help. That people that uplift you. I feel like the people that are surrounding you have such an impact on your life because their energy and habits rub off on you, but also like finding peace within yourself. I feel like spending time by yourself, it can feel very isolating, but it's such a good thing because you really start to learn who you are as a person and what makes you you, but also like what you like your life. Again, you're the main character of your life and you have to do things that make you happy and make you feel good. If I wasn't spending so much time like by myself, I feel like I wouldn't find these people because now I know what I want in friendships and a person. And I feel like just like working on yourself and really just being alone in your thoughts, it can make you it does make you confident because it makes you reflect a lot on life. But also like I feel like as you get older, you just kind of like stop caring what people think, and that has helped me so much with my confidence. I've learned so much in my life and I'm happy with where I am now. Of course, you have those days where you just don't feel good and you feel like absolute shit, but that's okay. You give yourself those days where you don't feel good, and it's okay to feel that way, and you're not always going to feel 100%, but it's okay, because at the end of the day, you're a baddie that may be a saddie, but that's okay. But no, honestly, just do things that make you feel good and try out new things and learn more about yourself. And honestly, the world is and life is too short. I think once you get older and you realize like how fast time goes and that life's too short, you stop to care what people think. Because I feel like that's such, no matter what we say, like I feel like that's has such a huge thing on how we see ourselves, and like the confidence that we feel is just like how people perceive us. And no one is gonna, like, not everyone is gonna like you, but as long as you like yourself, like I feel like that's all that matters. And I feel like once you get to that point, like you're unstoppable. But again, you're not going to have those days where you feel good all the time. You're not. You would not be human. And you just have to remind yourself like everyone is human and everyone's dealing with their own things. And I think that's what we forget, is when we're constantly comparing ourselves and we're tearing ourselves down, we forget that like everyone else is dealing with their own things. And the person that you think is the most confident in the world, they are not. They have their own struggles and they're dealing with their own shit. So you just have to remember that everyone's dealing with their own stuff, and it's okay to not feel confident, but also like you're that girl, you're that boy. I mean, get up, keep your head up high, and you are it. So you just got to remind yourself. But guys, that was my big sis chat for today, which is so fun. If you guys do want more videos like this, definitely let me know in the comments down below. You guys really liked the other one, which was being single in my 20s. So if you guys have any more topics you want me to talk about, definitely leave them down below. But this was so fun. I love doing these. And again, if you guys want to be included in the next like Q&A type video, definitely follow me on my Instagram, is Brooke Alicia. And I always pop in things. I feel like you always see the behind the scenes of my life on Instagram. But yeah, but I hope you guys liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you like me, subscribe down below. I love y'all. Don't forget to love yourself. Until next time, I'll see y'all later. Peace out, scouts. Bye.